A Seagull Surprise. It was a beautiful sunny day, just right for a trip to the beach, which was exactly what Sky, Jay, Ant, Cat and Lily Rose had decided to do. They had landed the green balloon on a perfect sandy spot. "Race you! Race you!" shouted Jay. He was having great fun running up and down the sand dunes as he'd found two new friends to play with, Saraya and Silver, young twin seagulls. "Look how far I can stretch," said Silver, flapping his huge wings. "I think I can fly higher and further than any other bird on the beach. I can fly as high as the green balloon." "But look at me," said Saraya. "My beak is really long. I can push it deep down into holes to pull out worms and winkles and all sorts of surprises." "I love surprises," said Jay, stopping to catch his breath. "I could find you a beach surprise," said Saraya. "Me too," boasted Silver. "When I fly high in the sky, I see everything there is to see on the beach, so I'm sure I can find you an even more interesting beach surprise than Saraya can." "Right then," said Jay. "I'm going to set you both a challenge, a Green Balloon Club mission. Find a seagull surprise on the beach, something you've never seen before, and a surprise for me too. You have until I wave my arms in the air. Ready, steady, go!" And Silver and Saraya were away. Silver took off flying high into the sky. He was right, he could see everything. Breaking breakwaters, sparkling sea, stripy sunshades, and people with picnics. He could even see Sky beside the green balloon, making sure everyone had put on sun cream. Down on the sandy beach, Saraya was hopping over the rocks. Her long beak was great for exploring. Peck, peck, her beak poked among the rock pools. Tap, tap, her talons tapped on the rugged rocks. Then, with her pointy beak, she pushed a small rock. "I wonder what's under here," she asked a watching crab. Under the rock was something small, smelly and sandy. It looked like something you could hold things in. "I know, I'll take this back to Jay," she told the crab. "He can use it to keep money in or other special treasures, just like a purse." "Good, I've found my seagull surprise." And off she flew. Further along, Silver was swooping, spinning and swirling through the sky. Suddenly he spotted something on the breakwater. "I wonder what that is," said Silver as he swooped down to the sea. "Whoa, look at these ribbons. They're all different colours." He pulled the green, brown and red strips gently with his beak, then stood on them with his talons. They felt soft and slippery and slimy. "I know, I can take one of these ribbons back to Jay. That'll be a great seagull surprise." Silver pulled and poked at the ribbons, but they just wouldn't untangle. The ribbons were stuck. Finally, Silver managed to pull a tiny red bit loose. Just then, he spotted Jay jumping up and down on the dunes and waving his arms. "Silver! Saraya! Time's up! Bring me your surprises!" "Oh well," thought Silver, "this doesn't look much to take, but maybe Jay will know why the ribbons are stuck." Back on the sand dunes, Saraya showed Jay her surprise. "It's a purse," she smiled, "to put money in or other special things. It's a little bit wet and it does smell of the sea, but if you wash it, I'm sure the purse will be useful." "I know what this is," said Jay excitedly as he picked up the grey, sandy surprise. "You are clever, Saraya. It is a purse, but it's not for money. This is a mermaid's purse. Young fish leave these behind when they hatch out into the sea." "What kind of fish?" interrupted Silver. "Fish like rays and sharks. And dogfish. While they grow into babies, this is their home. And then when they're big enough to swim, they leave the purse behind." "Is that like a seagull leaving its shell behind when it hatches from an egg?" asked Saraya. "Yes," said Jay, "it is. Lots of animals, birds and insects, leave their first home behind when they grow up." Silver was getting impatient, flapping his wings. Look at my surprise." "Yes, Silver, what did you find?" said Jay. "I found this. It's a ribbon. but I could only get this little bit. The rest was stuck." "This isn't a ribbon, Silver. This slippery, slimy stuff is called seaweed," said Jay. "It's very important to life on the beach." "I didn't know there were so many different colours of seaweed," said Silver, looking puzzled. "There are lots of different colours because there are lots of different kinds of seaweed," said Jay. "Do you know that sea urchins, fish and birds all need seaweed, sometimes for food, sometimes as somewhere to shelter or live?" "So that means we need to look after the seaweed," said Silver. "But the seaweed I saw was stuck, and I don't know why. Do you?" "Let me look through my binoculars. Now, where were you, Silver?" Jay searched along the beach with his binocular X-ray vision until he found the spot where Silver had been. "Look, that's why the seaweed was stuck. There's lots of rubbish. Plastic bags, crisp packets and juice cartons all around the seaweed. That's not good," said Jay, putting down his binoculars. "But what can we do?" asked Silver. "The other seagulls have told us that rubbish is bad for us and for the others who live on the beach," added Saraya. "Well, we need Sky and the others from the Green Balloon Club. It's time for their Green Balloon Club mission, a beach tidying challenge. Come on, let's find them and get started." And this time, Jay, Saraya and Silver were all off to fetch the others to start the important clean-up job. A clean beach would be an excellent seagull surprise.